Imagine a prophet standing before his people. He is not just any man but one chosen by a higher power, a divine messenger with a heart full of wisdom and a soul burdened with a sacred duty. His eyes reflect the weight of the message he carries, a message that could change the course of their lives forever. His heart aches with a message from God. This message is not just words, it is a call to action, a plea for transformation. It is a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in ignorance and darkness. He feels the urgency, the necessity of delivering this divine word, no matter the cost. But instead of listening, they laugh, they mock him, they call him crazy. The prophet stands firm, his resolve unshaken, but the ridicule cuts deep. The laughter echoes in his ears, a painful reminder of the resistance he faces. They see him as a fool, a madman, someone to be dismissed and ignored. This is the story of many prophets, men chosen by Allah to deliver his divine word. These prophets, despite their noble mission, were often met with hostility and disbelief. They were not just messengers, they were beacons of light in a world that often preferred the comfort of darkness. They faced scorn and rejection. Their words, meant to heal and guide, were met with derision and contempt. The prophets stood alone, their hearts heavy with the burden of their mission, yet they never wavered. They knew that their message was too important to be silenced by the jeers of the ignorant. Their message was met with disbelief. People turned away, unwilling to accept the truth that challenged their way of life. The prophets' words were a mirror, reflecting the flaws and sins of society, and many could not bear to look. They chose denial over acceptance, comfort over change. Why? Because truth can be challenging. It forces us to confront our own shortcomings, to question our beliefs and actions. It is easier to live in ignorance, to laugh off what we do not understand, than to face the uncomfortable reality that we might need to change. It can disrupt our comfortable lives. The prophets' messages were not just spiritual, they were calls for social justice, for compassion, for a complete transformation of society. Accepting their words meant stepping out of one's comfort zone, challenging the status quo, and embracing a new way of life. And sometimes it's easier to laugh than to listen. Laughter can be a defense mechanism, a way to shield ourselves from the discomfort of truth. By mocking the prophets, people could maintain their sense of normalcy, their illusion of control, without having to confront the profound changes that the prophets' messages demanded. The Quran tells us stories of these prophets. It preserves their struggles, their perseverance, and their unwavering faith. These stories are not just historical accounts, they are lessons for us, reminders of the courage it takes to stand up for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. Men like Noah, Abraham, and Moses. These prophets are not just figures of the past, they are timeless examples of faith and resilience. Their stories inspire us to hold fast to our beliefs, to speak the truth, and to trust in the divine plan, no matter how difficult the journey may be. They were ridiculed and persecuted for delivering Allah's message, yet they remained steadfast, their faith unshaken. Their perseverance in the face of adversity is a testament to their unwavering commitment to their divine mission. They remind us that true faith is not about seeking approval from others, but about staying true to one's convictions. Their stories are reminders that belief is a journey. It is a path filled with trials and tribulations, but also with moments of profound revelation and joy. The journey of faith is not a straight line. It is a winding road that tests our resolve and strengthens our spirit. It is a path that is not always easy. There will be obstacles, moments of doubt, and times when the weight of the world feels too heavy to bear. But it is in these moments that our faith is truly tested and refined. The struggles we face are not meant to break us, but to build us into stronger, more resilient believers. But it is a path worth taking. The journey of faith leads to a destination of peace, fulfillment, and divine connection. It is a journey that transforms us, that brings us closer to our true selves and to the divine. The prophet's stories remind us that despite the challenges, the path of faith is the most rewarding journey we can undertake. The Quran recounts the stories of prophets who faced disbelief. These narratives are not just tales of the past but are lessons for humanity. They serve as reminders of the trials and tribulations faced by those who brought the message of truth to their people. Each prophet with unwavering faith stood against the tide of disbelief and ignorance. Noah preached for centuries, yet his people mocked him. Despite his persistent efforts to guide them, they turned a deaf ear. The great flood that followed was a testament to the consequences of their stubbornness and refusal to heed the divine warning. Noah's story is a powerful reminder of the importance of perseverance and faith in the face of overwhelming odds. They built their idols and turned away from the truth. These idols, crafted by their own hands, became the center of their worship. They chose to follow their own desires rather than the path of righteousness. The ruins of these ancient temples stand as silent witnesses to their misguided beliefs and the eventual downfall that followed. Abraham, the father of monotheism, smashed the idols of his people. His bold actions were a direct challenge to the deeply ingrained practices of idol worship. By breaking these idols, he sought to awaken his people to the futility of their ways and to guide them towards the worship of the one true God. His legacy is a testament to the power of conviction and the courage to stand up for one's beliefs. He called upon them to worship the one true God. His message was clear and unwavering: there is no deity but Allah. Despite the resistance he faced, Abraham's dedication never wavered. His prayers, offered in the solitude of the desert, echoed with a profound sense of purpose and devotion. His story continues to inspire countless generations to seek the truth and to remain steadfast in their faith. They responded with anger and disbelief. The message of monotheism was met with hostility and rejection. The people, entrenched in their old ways, saw Abraham's teachings as a threat to their traditions and way of life. Their anger was a reflection of their fear of change and the unknown. This resistance is a recurring theme in the stories of many prophets. Moses, given the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai, faced a defiant Pharaoh. The commandments were a divine guide for living a righteous life, yet Pharaoh, in his arrogance, refused to accept them. Moses' struggle against Pharaoh is one of the most dramatic confrontations between truth and falsehood in history. It highlights the eternal battle between divine guidance and human obstinacy. Pharaoh, blinded by pride and power, refused to acknowledge the might of Allah. His kingdom, built on the backs of the oppressed, was a symbol of his tyranny. Despite witnessing numerous signs and miracles, his heart remained hardened. Pharaoh's downfall serves as a stark reminder of the perils of arrogance and the inevitable triumph of divine justice. These stories echo through time. They are not just historical accounts but are timeless lessons that resonate with every generation. The landscapes may change and civilizations may rise and fall, but the core message remains the same. The struggle between belief and disbelief is a constant in the human experience. They remind us that disbelief is not new. It has been a challenge faced by every prophet and every community. The ancient manuscripts and texts are filled with accounts of this ongoing struggle. They serve as a testament to the enduring nature of faith and the relentless opposition it often encounters. It is a challenge that has always existed. From the dawn of time to the present day, the battle between truth and falsehood continues. These stories inspire us to remain steadfast in our beliefs, to seek the truth, and to understand that the path of righteousness is often fraught with challenges. Yet, it is a path worth treading, for it leads to ultimate salvation and peace. The consequences of disbelief are starkly portrayed in religious texts. The people of Noah, despite his warnings, were consumed by a great flood. Pharaoh's arrogance led to his army being swallowed by the sea. These events are not meant to frighten, but to teach. They highlight the importance of heeding Allah's message. Disbelief, in essence, is a form of spiritual blindness. It prevents us from seeing the truth, from connecting with the divine. But even in the face of these consequences, Allah remains merciful. He offers guidance and forgiveness to those who seek it. One of the most profound events in Islamic history is the change of the Qibla. Initially, Muslims prayed facing Jerusalem. This direction held significance for its connection to previous prophets. But then, revelation came to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Qibla was to be changed to the Kaaba in Mecca. This change was significant. It marked a new chapter in Islam. It signified a break from the past and a reaffirmation of Allah's guidance. This event reminds us that faith requires flexibility and a willingness to follow divine instruction, even if it means changing long-held practices. Section 5. Modern Parallels When Doubt Fades. The struggle between belief and disbelief is not confined to the past. Even today, people grapple with faith. They question, doubt, and sometimes turn away from religion altogether. Life's challenges, the allure of materialism, and the complexities of the modern world can make faith difficult. Yet, amidst these challenges, we also witness countless stories of transformation. People who, faced with hardship or profound experiences, find solace and meaning in faith. These stories remind us that Allah's message still resonates. It has the power to touch hearts and change lives, even in our modern age. Section 6. The message endures. The message of Allah, delivered through His prophets, has faced scorn and ridicule throughout history. Yet, it has endured. From the time of Prophet Noah, who was mocked for building an ark on dry land, to Prophet Moses, who faced the tyranny of Pharaoh, the divine message has always been met with resistance. But it has also been met with unwavering faith and resilience. Why? Because it speaks to a fundamental human need, a need for purpose, for connection, and for understanding our place in the universe. It addresses the existential questions that have puzzled humanity since the dawn of time. What is our purpose? Why are we here? What happens after we die? These are questions that every human being grapples with at some point in their life, for something greater than ourselves. The message of Allah provides a framework for understanding these profound questions. It offers a sense of peace and tranquility, knowing that there is a higher power watching over us, guiding us, and providing us with a moral compass. The Quran, revealed to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the culmination of this divine message. It is not just a book. It is a living, breathing guide that has shaped the lives of billions of people over the centuries. Its verses are recited daily in prayers, its teachings are reflected in the actions of those who follow it, and its wisdom is sought after by scholars and lay people alike. It is a guidebook for life, a source of wisdom, and a beacon of hope. It provides answers to the challenges we face in our daily lives, offering solutions that are both practical and spiritual. It teaches us how to live in harmony with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us, and a call to righteousness. It encourages us to strive for excellence in all that we do, to be just and fair, to show compassion and mercy, and to seek knowledge and understanding. It calls us to be the best versions of ourselves, to uplift those around us, and to contribute positively to society. It speaks of Allah's mercy, His justice, and His boundless love for humanity. It reminds us that no matter how far we may stray, there is always a path back to Him. It reassures us that we are never alone, that we are always under His care and protection, and His love for humanity. This love is evident in the way the message has been preserved and passed down through generations. It is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the unbreakable bond between the Creator and His creation. This message, despite the mockery it faced, continues to resonate with billions across the globe. It transcends borders, cultures, and languages, uniting people in a shared belief in something greater than themselves. It is a message of hope, of love, and of enduring faith. Section 7. Beyond the laughter, finding truth. When faced with ridicule, it's easy to question one's beliefs. But the truth of Allah's message is not dependent on human acceptance. It stands firm, regardless of whether we choose to embrace it or not. The laughter of the disbelievers cannot diminish the power of Allah's words. Instead of being swayed by doubt, let us reflect. Let us seek knowledge and understanding. Let us open our hearts to the possibility of a truth that transcends our limited human perspectives. Section 8. The power of faith. Faith is not blind acceptance. It is a journey of seeking, questioning, and ultimately trusting in something greater than ourselves. It is a source of strength, comfort, and guidance in a world that can often feel chaotic and uncertain. The stories of the prophets teach us that faith is not always easy. It requires perseverance, patience, and a willingness to stand firm in our beliefs, even when challenged. But the rewards of faith are immeasurable. It brings us closer to Allah, fosters a sense of community, and gives our lives meaning and purpose. Section 9. Embracing the Divine Word. The message of Allah, once mocked and ridiculed, now resonates across the world. It is a testament to the enduring power of truth, the unwavering faith of believers, and the boundless mercy of Allah. Let us not be like those who laughed at the prophets. Let us instead open our hearts to the divine word. Let us strive to understand its teachings and apply them to our lives. For in doing so, we find not only guidance and purpose, but also the path to eternal peace and fulfillment.